Alright guys, today we're going to be learning how to do sounds in HeroPacking with Fisk Heroes. So in my past two videos, the first one we went over all the basics, stuff you needed to get started. And the second video, we went over how to add fabricator, recipes, and nodes to unlock your characters in the game. I'll link both those videos down below. You can also get them at HeroPack Central, which will also be linked down below. Today we're a little bit more put together. I put some thought into the video. So the first thing you're going to want to do when making sounds is you're going to want to go, obviously grab the sound you want, make sure it's in .ogg variant. There's a lot of converters online if you have an MP3 or MP4 file. It needs to be .ogg. So the next thing you're going to want to do is go to GitHub. You're going to want to make a GitHub account. You're going to want to make a repository. It teaches you how to do it whenever you sign up and everything. You want to make your repository and make your username and stuff. So this is the first thing we're going to need is this right here. Whenever you make your repository, you'll see this. Copy and paste. We'll copy that and we'll open up our hero pack. So now that we're in our hero pack here, we're going to open up the HeroPack.json. So it's a little bigger for you guys. And then when we went over all this stuff in the other video and in the what's it called? Template. We skipped over this download and repository stuff. So you're going to want to put sounds, download, repository, and then here you're going to put in quotes this thing up here. So mine is Robin Cosm Multiversal Universe. So we're going to put that here. Caps matter in this, so make sure you have the caps correct. You're going to put a comment at the end, and you're going to go to the next line, you're going to put version. To make this easier on yourself, just put 0. Fisk Heroes uses 1 because they have a different version. I'll go into that in a bit. And then you're going to put a squiggly and a comma. And then range in quotes with a colon and squiggly. Now this part, we're going to come back to this. This is very important that we're going to come back to it. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to go to in your hero pack, you want to go to assets, your domain, events. If you don't have an events folder, you need to make an event folder. I think the template has one. So you're going to open that, and then inside that folder, you need to make another folder called sounds. Again, I think the template has this. And then inside there, yours should be empty. So I need to make a new, for ease, so I don't have to go through hoops. Oh, actually, I'm going to show you guys. You need to make another JSON file here. So you're going to do file. On your VSC, you're going to do file, open folder, assets, Fisk pack, events, sounds, select folder. So here, yes, we're going to click this little paper and the plus. We're going to type in whatever you want to name it. So mine is explosion.json. Make sure you do .json. We're going to look at one of these other ones. So basically, I want to copy and paste this, but here's this bigger for you guys. So you're going to put squiggly, parent, colon, in quotes, Fisk, sound underscore base, comma, sound, colon. Then what you're going to do is in this parenthesis, you're going to put your domain, colon, the name of the sound. So I need to change this to explosion, comma, and then your volume. It's going to be loud. You're going to have to come in here and adjust it and adjust it and adjust it until it's good. Usually people adjust their own volume. So this shouldn't be a baseline for you. I'm going to have to readjust it with every single sound I put in. But this is what you're going to need here. So now we're going to go back to the HeroPack.json, which is all the way back. This is where this comes into play. We're going to go ahead and do this instead of later on because it's much easier. So you're going to want this to be, if you want it to just be heard by the player like it's a voice in their head, change this target to, I think it's just player. Hang on, we can check here. Let's open up the Fisk Heroes. Hero pack, okay. Okay, you change it to only underscore self. I don't have ones that do that because none of my characters currently use them. But if you want everybody here, you put all. So what we're going to do is we're just going to make a new one here for all. So we're going to do quotes, explosion, colon, space, squiggly, parentheses, distance. I use 32 on all mine. You can adjust it. This is in blocks, I'm pretty sure. So however many blocks away you want it to be heard, you can make it be heard like 100. But I usually use 32. Target, colon, parentheses, all, or as we saw in Fisk Heroes, I think it was the self or whatever. You can go back and look at that. Now, if it's the last line, you don't need the comma at the end. You only need the comma if you have multiple sounds. Don't worry about this bottom part. We'll come back to this in another video, maybe a live stream, actually. I think I'm going to plan a live stream with some of the HeroPack Central team and get some of this stuff down for you guys. Anyways, after this, what you're going to have to do, I think we're done with everything on HeroPacking side. Oh, I'm going to show you guys how to apply it to a character. You would go to Assets, your domain, Data, Powers. Choose the power you want it to go on. So in this case, it would be Nitroglycerin Sweat. And when you have all your stuff down, when you see sound events here, see this is for Energy Blast, sound events shoot. I'm going to have MS Fistpack Explosions here. Explosion. So you would just put your domain and then the name of the sound. See, I have different Fisk Hero ones in here. Alright, and after you do that, we're going to head on to the desktop here. You can make a folder called 0. And, I mean, you can name it whatever you want. Mine's just named 0 for ease of access. But eventually it's going to be the same thing. So you're going to create a new JSON by doing the same thing, file, open folder, this folder, and then you're going to create a JSON. I already have one because I've been doing this on my HeroPack. So what you're going to do is, here, I'm going to copy and paste this because I already have one. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to come down to the bottom, or if this is your top, you can just read out this right here. I'll leave this up here for a second. In highlighted, you're going to type this out without the last comma. But if you have multiple sounds, you're going to come down here to the very bottom, comma, enter. Explosion. Suit. Okay, so we're going to take away that comma. And you want it to be in the category of player. Always player, I'm pretty sure. I think even Fisk Heroes only has players. We can check here. Player. Yeah, I don't think they have a lot of server ones. So you just want it to be player. So after you get this, there's not much to this, you just put this. You're going to make a folder inside of this folder called sounds. As the sounds is the JSON file and the folder. And then inside here, this is the Fisk Heroes one. Let's close that. Inside here, I usually just make one called suit. So we're going to make a new folder called suit. And then we're going to put our .oog file in here, which I need to grab. I don't think I named it. I did not, so let's rename this. Are you going to let me rename you? Open file location, there we go. Rename. Explosion. Oh, perfect example. I have to go here and do mp3 to OGG converter. I think I use the same one almost every time if I can find it. Well, really, we're just going to use Convertio here. This is fine. Yeah, choose file. Download this to OOG convert. This is the one I usually use, Convertio. I'm not gonna link this because you could just Google it. It's a really easy Google. It'll take a minute to convert. And then let's download it. Go here. I can now close this. Alright, so we're going to pull this off to the side and close that. We're going to drag our .oog file into here. We have explosion.ogg. And then, now that we've done this, we have this here. I'm going to check all my bases before we go on because I don't want to mess anything up for you guys. We did the HeroPacking.json. We did the events. Okay. So we're going to hope that everything is going to work out. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back to the first thing here and see how it says sounds and sounds. You're going to compress that to a zip and name it 0. So it's 0.zip. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go to our GitHub. It's not going to look like this for you here. I'm going to actually start from scratch here for you guys. What I need to do is delete this. Give me 2 seconds while I start from scratch for you guys. Alright, so you're going to see this whenever you open up your repository. What you're going to do is add file, create new file. You're going to do sounds / temp is what I usually do. I don't know if there's a way around this because I'm new-ish to the community, but this is the easiest way I found to do it. You do commit new file. Now that when you go back to your GitHub, you see sounds. When you open sounds, you see temp. Add file, upload file. You're going to drag that compressed zip that says 0 into here. See it says 0.zip. Added sounds. This is just for logging so you can see what you did last time. Commit changes. Alright, now we have when we click on sounds, we have 0.zip and we have temp. You can go into temp here and just delete it. It's not useful. So now we have the sounds folder and we have a 0.zip. We have our GitHub repository. So now we're just going to make sure that our GitHub repository is correct. Control C. Go back to our pack. HeroPack.json. And here, I think my repository was actually wrong. So we're doing good. Make sure all the caps are correct. See, I had a capital U here. And I think I had a repository with a capital U. We're going to change this to what it's supposed to be. Sorry. For all characters. Alright, now after you put your repository in correctly and you put the 0.zip into your repository, sometimes it takes a minute to load, but you're going to come in here. First thing I always do is Fiskier's reload resources. And if you don't get a red text showing that you're missing the sound, I'm missing a texture because I don't have the item icon texture. But if you don't get that, you're fine. So the next thing we're going to do is Fiskier's reload --sounds. And we're also going to do -- flush sound caches. Well, sound cache. And you can walk around, you'll feel it. There it goes. It's flushing the sound cache. Now that we've done all that, we're going to check. So it would be the AP shot. And there's my custom sound. That needs to be shortened a bit, but I'm not worried about it. Big and loud like that. I might change this back to the big loud. But here's a little sneak peek for you guys. Kotsky Bakugo. The beep's gonna be bigger, way bigger, but custom sound in for you guys. You can also make sure that my other ones were working, that I fixed the repository. So these ones are not working, but that's probably a me issue. But that is working. And that is how you guys put custom sounds into your HeroPack. I hope this video was helpful. Be on the lookout in HeroPack Central. I plan to do a live stream in the next coming weeks or so to answer questions and do intensive help, basically, on timers and beams, stuff like that, except for animations. I'm going to try and get somebody in there that actually knows animations. And if we can get all that, you know, guys, I think we'll have a really good time. So I'll see you guys all next time. Make sure you go in the description, give HeroPack Central some love. Comment anything you want to see a tutorial on, whether it be how to add animations, like, to your characters. I'll try and find somebody to send me a video on how to do custom animations or get a video for that for you guys. But anything else, just let me know. And I'll see you guys next time.